says, I love DeCastro and how solid he's been for us over his career, but last year was a tough watch. That said, I feel good about Dotson, Finney, and Kendrick Green, along with Trey Turner, to battle it out for those interior spots.
I hope it's not a battle.
See, I think
maybe between Finney and Green. Shouldn't we just give Turner the right guard spot, though?
I mean, he's going to get the right
That's
guard
what I mean.
spot. Yeah, he's going to be there as long as he's healthy, yeah. But you can make it a battle. I mean, technically, it's always a battle. Technically, it always is. I mean, but it
fighting for your job.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a long battle. I mean, you could say it's competition in the QB room. It's only competition if Ben allows it to be competition. It's only competition if a receiver allows it to be competition. The guys that are supposed to be out there, if they are doing what they're supposed to do, it's not a debate. It's not one of those scenarios. But I do think that the other three, in terms of Green, Finney, and Dotson, it's just weird because with Green, you're switching his position. So I don't even want him to deal with flipping, flopping, right? I want you worried about center because you're trying to do that full time right now. BJ Finney, he can play all three in terms of right guard, left guard, center. But do I think that he's going to be a better player than Kevin Dotson right now? Nah. So even with the whole competition mindset, in theory, I don't really see it as a competition. I think it's pretty much set in stone now that they brought in Trey. Because before they brought in Trey, during that 2-hour period, I was thinking to myself, are they going...
People are talking about Dan Moore at guard.
No, seriously, like that was... I started thinking, okay, are they going to do where they move Kendrick Green to guard? Or do you leave Kendrick Green at center, you put BJ Finney at left guard, move Dotson back to the right guard spot where it's more natural for him? Like, how it was a ton of combinations you could go with in
How
there.
are you feeling?
Right, with Zach Banner, do you want to leave him out there at right tackle? Or do you want to put him in there at guard? Like, these were some of the things, and I was just thinking, every scenario I was playing out, I'm just like, oh man, this sucks for Ben. This really sucks for Najee. But man, this sucks for Ben right here. God, you don't want that problem right there. Because as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, where is our strength in the offensive line right now? Because before DeCastro, we would, when he was healthy, we would have said, oh, DeCastro, the guard part, we're good right here. And then you pair him with Dotson. It doesn't matter who you got to send it. That's going to elevate him. But then it got to wondering, like, well, we look a little inexperienced here, you know?
Part of me was thinking, though, it's better just to do this than to have an injured DeCastro.
Yeah, injured DeCastro, you can't do that, man. Injured DeCastro.
With us making that move and us having the cap space, I was thinking Colbert's up to something with the whole Trey Turner stuff. Like, he's going to get signed to something. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't as concerned about what the offensive line was in the moment, just because I knew that there had to be moves. With the cap space we just opened up, there's no way that we were just going to make that move and leave Ben and the rest of the offense out to dry like that. You can't,
bro. You can't be like all the moves that they've made to improve the offense and to give us this hope that, man, they're really going to go for it this year. You could not allow that situation to linger on, whether it would be DeCastro being injured and you trying to keep him, or you releasing him and not bringing somebody at least of higher pedigree and quality in here. And they did at least do that. So, yeah, but man, it's
all these NFL clowns on Twitter, NFL, and bro, like they use that as the opportunity to try to crack the jokes on the Steelers and Big Ben. It's like, bro, don't be saying this whenever we're winning games, man. It's like, one, you probably haven't watched the Steelers last year, knowing that DeCastro was hurt. He wasn't up to par. Like, this release actually is kind of like a sigh of relief. But meanwhile, they're trying to make fun of us and saying like, oh, Steelers offensive line, Ben's not going to know what to do. It's like, remember, we don't want DeCastro back if he's healthy. Yeah. These clowns out here, man, PFF, Warren Sharp, they just want to crack on the Steelers. We got Cleveland fan accounts, Raven fan accounts. It just pisses me off, man.
Right. I like when you get passionate like that, baby. I like that.
It does, man, because honestly, 2 hours later, we signed Trey Turner. It's like, now what do you got to say? You put those tweets out there trying to crack all these jokes. It's like, no, we're going to be fine.
And we definitely pointed out last year, well, we wouldn't say it as clear, but DeCastro at times wasn't the strength of the offensive line. At times he was maybe the opposite of it. But we know why now, because of the injuries. So we're glad that he is back healthy. Which comment?
Where he's just talking about the offensive line and potential battle between like the guards and center, because I think this is another thought that's going on out there is like, how do we feel about our offensive line right now as it sits versus what we were thinking with DeCastro coming into the season, or even just compared to last season? Like, Are you feeling good? Because like part of me is like, I get it where people will rip on us, or maybe even Steeler fans have some of their concerns. I'm kind of excited about the offensive line because I don't think I was saying this, months ago whenever we were talking about our offensive line. I just don't think it can get much worse than last year. And I think with Banner being healthy, hopefully, Kendrick Green, Dan Moore, Dotson, like these young dudes, I feel like it's going to be the start of a new era in a sense.
I'm definitely sharing in that sentiment in terms of last year was hard to watch at times. I mean, from any of the positions, it was just hard. So I do like the fresh start for literally every person on the offensive line now. I mean, you talk about at right tackle. We're going to have a right tackle that we didn't see for 16 games last season. That's going to be cool. I mean, hopefully it plays out better, right?
Yeah, you could spin it plus or minus.
But I do like the fact that we can't look back and say, well, this was a bad player. He was a bad player. Right now, it's like, we don't know what Zach is going to be at right tackle. I like that, though. That could be good or bad, how we want to take it. At right guard, Trey Turner. Down year last season, but we've talked about some of the factors, and we're going to talk about it a lot more as we transition. But even him, fresh start. I like that. Center, left guard, left tackle. All the same scenarios in terms of different reasons why we can be high on them or not, but we haven't seen a ton of bad from them. And that to me is key going forward, man. So
add in the new coach, Adrian Clem. Everyone's high on him too. So I'm actually kind of excited. Whereas social media, Twitter will have you thinking this is like yesterday was doomsday for us. I'm like, no way, man. No way.
We got to talk about our friends over at, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, Deke?
Yeah.
Manscaped. I just get excited when I talk about them, bro.
Hey, man. They're trying to help all the guys out for the summer, right?
Hey, man, it's hot guys summer. You know that. And we all have to be prepared to perform at our highest level in whatever situation and scenario that we get in. So with that being said, you know what Manscaped dropped, right? Some type of performance package.
Yeah,
right?
you might have to remind me a little bit.
So with this performance package, right? I know you remember the 3.0, right? With the lawnmower 3.0, but now we got to have that 4.0 because, the 4.0 has the new lawnmower 4.0 with the little like ticky that goes on and off so you can see where you're, trimming, whether it's delicate or not delicate. Make sure you can see what you're doing. But with the lawnmower 4.0, that's included in the performance package 4.0, ladies and gents. Because in that performance package, you got to have your lawnmower. You have to have your weed whacker. We already talked about that. No nostril hairs, no ears hair. Those aren't attractive. People don't like that, all right? Shave them, trim them. But also crop reviver, crop refresher. So that way everything around your crop and your twins smell fine at all times, especially during these hot summer temperatures. But you know how we also say with this thing with Manscaped, man, we don't talk about it if we don't have a promo code, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope.
So if you use the promo code MOATS, MOATS, you will receive 20% off your purchase along with free shipping worldwide. D, that sounds like a great deal, man.
Always does, dude. Like it seems like all these sponsors and these deals, they're good deals all around, really.
You know why? Because they know what's up. They're catching on to what we got growing here. And they catching on to what y'all are doing as well. So y'all keep showing love. We keep showing love. They keep showing love. And we're going to keep this thing growing.